Happy Saturday morning, folks. Welcome back to my office. I thought I'd do a little something different just to change the tune of everything that's been going on as far as, Hurricane Helena and all the devastation there, all the politics. I thought I'd go through some of the YouTube channels that I tend to watch. Now, this is not going to be all of them. This is just going to be the ones that I watch on a pretty much daily basis. Okay? So here we go. And there's a long list. See this long list? This is every day. Now, I'm able to do this because I drive a truck, and so I'm sitting at the dock, and so I can go through and listen to these videos while I'm driving, or I can watch them while I'm sitting at the dock. And these are not in order, and I'm going to try and tell you what each one of these channels does, and so you have an idea of which ones you want to follow. Okay, so number one is Economic Ninja. Now, the Economic Ninja is obviously about economics. He has a lot of tips on how to be economically prepared for disasters that come your way. He also gives you insight into the cycles of the economy, how it goes up and goes down and goes up and goes down. And so that's what he basically does. Pinball preparedness. First off, I want to thank Pinball for donating his own time and effort to help the people in Hurricane Helena and in eastern Tennessee. Thank you, Pinball. It's because of you that many people were helped. Pinball preparedness goes over some of the political news and also talks about, obviously, preparedness. Appalachia Homestead with Patera. Also, a big shout out to her for teaming up with Pinball and doing the convoy into Newport, Tennessee. Thank you. Patera deals with preparedness from a homesteader's point of view. She also gives some of the local news that is going on in the preparedness community. Bear Independent. Bear Independent runs Refuge Medical, and he puts out almost every day a video on news and things of interest to the prepper community. I would highly recommend, if you are new to prepping, that you subscribe to his Patreon. There is tons of information that is searchable in his Patreon for those who are new to preparedness. He also does a lot of humanity work as far as Caleb House and Grindstone Ministries. He is an actual pastor, and he is not the fluffy foo pastors that you would normally see in a church. So be prepared that sometimes his colorful language can be offensive to some. I like to say, get over it, right? So Bear Independent, I watch him almost every day. Those four that I just listed are my top four. Anytime they put out a video, I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to listen to what they say. So take that for what it is. My next ones are Prepper Nation. Prepper Nation deals with, of course, preparedness, but he also likes to put out some news for his area and things that are going on a global scale. Survival Living. Bushcrafting. He is absolutely the ace when it comes to survival. I can't tell you how much some of his videos has saved me in the field. Survival Lily. Survival Lily is over in Europe, and she gives a European perspective to things that are going on over there and also to preparedness. Homestead Heart. Homestead Heart also comes to you with tips and advice as far as the homesteading lifestyle goes, and she also does a little bit of canning. So if you don't know how to can, she's one of the two that I would recommend to watch for canning. Marfugal News. Here we go. These are the news channels. Marfugal News, Southern Prepper 1, Glenn Beck, ABG Prepping. These are the ones that I watch for actual news. St. Bernard Acres he holds a live stream, and it's just basically a prepper hangout. And so preppers from all over the country will come in there, and, we have a good time, right? Paul Begley Prophecy. Paul Begley, once you get past all the ads, actually gives out a lot of good information from a biblical standpoint. Prepper Nurse 1. Prepper Nurse 1 puts out prepping videos. He also puts out videos on, if you've watched him for a while, you've seen him go from New York to his own homestead in West Virginia, and how he is building a community of preppers. Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. The first two words would clue you in on what they deal with. They deal with off-grid living. They also deep dive into several different subjects. City prepping. Again, the first word will tell you exactly what that is. It is prepping if you live in the city. Angry Prepper. Angry Prepper puts out information coming out of New York. He actually lives there. And if anybody has any kind of crazy news going on about New York, I'm going to go check with Angry Prepper channel before I believe what is put out on the mainstream media. Mary Greeley News. Mary Greeley puts out news on earthquakes, volcanoes, and a lot of information about Yellowstone. Suspicious Observer. Suspicious Observer puts out information on the sun, solar flares, and the disaster cycle of our planet. I said planet. Alaska Granny. Alaska Granny is living up in Alaska. She gives tips on how to prepare on a budget, and a lot of her tips are, she shows what she has found to be wrong, and so I really think she's a good woman to listen to. Tommy Bites Homestead. Again, we're talking about homesteading, but Tommy Bites also comes out with some specific news that deals with her area, and right now how they're dealing with, power outages and such. Rose Red Homestead. If you have never listened to Rose Red Homestead or never heard of her, please go look her channel up. If it wasn't for Rose Red Homestead, I would not know how to can. She breaks down how to do canning step by step. Chief Prepper. Chief Prepper comes out about once a month with a video, and it's normally a short video, and it's always interesting what he has to say. The Real BP Earthwatch. BP Earthwatch deals with weather and some of the solar flares and things of this nature. Ryan Hall, y'all. I will say this, Ryan Hall, y'all stayed on video for 14 hours trying to get information in about where Hurricane Helene was tracking, and he saved lives. He has an entire group of storm chasers, and he is definitely, if there's something going on with the weather, you go check out Ryan Hall, y'all. Gray Man Prepping. Gray Man Prepping focuses on prepping and also on things that as a prepper you should have on hand. Integrative Preparedness. Integrative Preparedness is an author. He has several books out that he's written, and when he comes out with a video, I go and watch it also because I'm interested in what he has to say and his point of view on things. Now, as I said, this list that I watch and listen to is not all that I listen to. These are my top ones that whenever they have a video come out, I'm going to go listen to them. I'm going to go watch them. I'm going to go see that information. Now, another place I get my information from, obviously, is InfoWars. I also get my information from Fox, CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC, you name it. I go to the Israeli news. I go to the India Times. I go to Sky News. I watch all these news channels. Why do I do this? I do this because I want to know what is going on the ground overseas. I don't want to just focus on just what our local news is telling me. So, as a prepper, and when you get into that prepping mindset, you tend to congregate with other people and other channels that deal with prepping, okay? And so you watch a lot of prepping channels. But you also start to realize that you're not getting the full picture of the news from our current news media. They are biased. I think we can all say that. They are biased. They talk the news from an American standpoint and not a European or global standpoint. Now, this is what I do every week. I listen to all these people every week, sometimes every day. Okay, this is because I have hours on hours on hours where I'm driving and I just play the next one, play the next one, play the next one. Or I'm sitting at a dock and I have to keep my mind going. This is how I keep my mind going. This is where I get all my ideas from, is from these people right here. Okay? I'm not special. I want you to know that this is where I get my info from. This is where I go to look at things, where I'm going to go there first to see what is going on. Okay? So I thought I'd give these out so that if you are not sure of the channels to watch, these are the ones I watch. I mean, there's thousands of channels out there, and I'm sure some of you can recommend to me other channels that I did not list here. And some of them I might already watch. I just don't watch them on a regular basis. So this is how I come across as being an expert in things, is because I watch these channels. Okay? I listen to these channels. I constantly increase my knowledge of things, like how to grow my own, how to can my own, how to dehydrate things, how to sew things. This is where I'm getting that info from. And I'm gonna do a shout out to every one of them, especially Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I mean, your fermenting videos, off the chain, right? Off the chain. So, I can't say it enough. Rose Red Homestead, much love, darling. You taught me how to can, and I still watch you. I just a lot of times when I watch these channels, I don't necessarily comment. I watch them, I leave a like, and I leave. Okay, so I'm one of those that comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out, right? Um, but the three most common ones that I watch is Pinball Preparedness, Appalachian Homestead with Patera, and Bear Independent. Those three every day I'm going to be watching whenever they put a video up, which Pinball puts up 2 or 3 videos a day. Every time they come online, guess what? I'm going to be there. I'm going to listen to what they have to say. That, if you're not subscribed to those 3 channels, please go do so. You will find out more information from them than you will from our local media. And that's what I have for you today. And I hope this helps some people and point you in directions that you're interested in. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Bicycle.